Hi, welcome to Ma- M- Made for More. I wanted to say Meant for More, but Made for More, it's almost the same and it also suits this vibe, this theme. Thank you so much for being here. This is day 2, and today we are talking about being that which we want to be, which we want to receive, which we desire to embody in this life. Before we start today's theme, today's topic, today's session, I would love you to type in the chat, I am here, your name, and I am here, to highlight your presence, to make it not only one-sided conversation, but to make it a connection that I'm speaking to you. And even if you're watching the replay, I will look at your comments, I will reply to them. So please, I would really appreciate you doing that, but doing that not for me, but for yourself to anchor your presence so you can actually feel what it means to be meant for more. Because if you are not here, if you are shrinking yourself, hiding, then the more cannot come to you because part of you is not actually here. So this has been a big part of my journey, and yeah, I love to share it with others as well because it beautifully helps us rise up. I am here in the comment. You can type something else, or you can type wherever you're tuning from, whatever it feels, but highlight your presence, mark your presence. Me, I am here, right? And I want it to be a conversation, and I want you to imagine that you are one-on-one with me. Yes, there may be more people listening to this, but I would like you to feel as if I'm looking at you and I'm talking to you. I'm talking to your soul, to your heart, to your potential, to the wholeness of who you are. So welcome to this space. Okay, I've done the transmission. I received the transmission from day 1 this morning, and wow. The meditation took me so deep. The light activated so much. And if you found this video on its own without listening to day 1, I encourage you to go to day 1. But if you did watch day 1, can you briefly close your eyes for a moment and tune into that light that you were feeling yesterday? And maybe this already stayed with you, but just allow yourself to remember how it felt. When you remembered who you are, remembered your essence, and you allowed yourself to expand your vessel rather than staying contracted, with effortless receiving of the light without any force. You didn't have to do anything. You just allowed it to pour into your consciousness, or to activate from within your consciousness. We can look at it from many different angles. And I want you, from this space, this place within you, as we were speaking about yesterday, the place within you, I want you to be tapped into this place within you and listen to me, receive me, engage with me from this place. I also want to ask you if you have any questions so far, if you have any insights that are coming up, any breakthroughs, any shifts, feel free to share them with me, whether through the comments, or if you find it more personal and don't feel comfortable sharing it here, feel free to email me. I would really love to know, and I want to know if you have practiced being that light in your life, in your challenging situations, because this is what we will be continuing and building on. If you feel like your world is darkness, right? Darkness is unconscious, but darkness, it's often also what we don't like, what we don't want to experience in our life, or the what we consider less, right? The frequency of less. I don't have something, therefore the nothingness, the darkness. Until we realize that, first of all, darkness is a part of light. Because when I took you on a journey yesterday, darkness and light created the whole, and it split itself, right, into darkness and light, which seems separated, but light without darkness cannot exist, and darkness without light cannot exist. And I always say this example. Look at this. I switched off the light. Where did the light go? I'm just resisting it, right? The light is being resisted. And now, where did the darkness go? I like to say that it's always here. It's within the light. So in life, light is always available, and light is everywhere, is potential energy, and we have that potential within us. And this is, I feel like this is so good. And even as I'm speaking, I'm starting to understand it more, even though this has been my topic of contemplation for many years, around 10 years now. If you have dark situation in your life, until you are looking at it as darkness, which is with your judgments, with negativity, with resistance, it becomes darkness. It continues to be darkness because you are resisting light. But the potential of light is always available. The potential energy of light is everywhere, right? Even in electricity. When we switch it off, we resist light. But the light is always there. It just waits for us to turn it on. And imagine if you struggle with some relationships, or with money, or in your career, in your business, in health, with your body, with accepting yourself. If you are in darkness, you continue to perpetuate the darkness. But the moment you stop resisting light, the light that wants to pour through you on that situation, shine the light on it, suddenly it's lit up. Unconscious becomes conscious. It's united. And there is nothing to resist anymore, nothing to hide away from, nothing to judge. I just find it amazing how simple it is, but how we forget, how challenging it is to train our mind to remember these things and to apply them in those little moments in our life. Because light is love, light is gratitude, light, the light of the creator, the light that we are, is always here. And yes, certain situations we resist it, we don't want to apply it. And I don't just want to say, it's not about denying the emotions, because I feel that each emotion is sacred, and emotion is an information. It carries some information, and it can show us that we are away from the light. If we feel fear, if we feel anger, it's an indicator, like, oh, I have gone away. But at the same time, I can come back to my light and feel what I'm feeling, allow it to be felt, to move through my body, not deny it, not say it doesn't exist, la 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 la, closing my eyes and ears to it, because I've done that before as well, and it was not working for me. Like, it didn't work out well. But it's about realizing, oh, I can feel it, but I can still be present with my light, shine light on those emotions, and that light transmute the emotion into more light, right? Because everything is potential light. And if fear, anger, sadness is not light yet, then let's allow it to become light. Let's allow it to alchemize, to transmute into something greater. And today's topic is about being that which we want to receive. Therefore, if we start to contemplate on the fact that this reality, what we see, it's just a projection of our inner world, our inner reality, that we have one reality which is mental, which is within ourselves, energetic, and another reality is outside. But the outside reality is always projection of the inner reality. And if we know that, we can influence our external reality with our inner reality. If we don't know that, we project unconsciously our inner reality into outer reality. And then we react to outer reality by projecting more of outer reality into our, projecting more of inner reality, which already is reflected in our reality, into the reality. So it continues to perpetuate in reverse order. And if we realize we can influence it, we don't need to react to it. Suddenly, we notice that there is I am, as we spoke about yesterday, and my inner world is creating my reality. Therefore, if I want something, what I don't feel I have yet in my physical world, I need to become that internally. And how do I become that? I don't like, because some people say fake it till you make it. I don't like that idea, because I don't like to fake things. I don't like to lie to myself. But I like to see it from the perspective that my reality is within me. Therefore, within myself, I can become whoever I want to be. I can choose my identity, still remembering that I am the I am presence that is choosing the identity. And then no matter what happens in my external world, I can react from that identity, which is full of light. And today, we will be working with a meditation, allowing us to become the light. So we're working with more light, another angle of becoming the light of the creator. In January, I've read a beautiful book that I recommend to everybody, The Moses Code, by Mark Twyman, if I'm not mistaken. Mark Twyman, The Moses Code. And the subtitle of this book is the greatest manifestation tool in the history of the world, so something along these ways. And basically, the author presents a way of using the Moses Code, which is what Moses heard from the burning bush from God when he asked for the name. He heard, I am that I am. And we can interpret it in many different ways. He presented his way and I started using it, and it's shifts something within me tremendously. And I want to introduce it to you as well. when we say I am that I am, we can split it into two parts. I am that, comma, I am. And with first part, we are saying I am that, like I am commanding myself that I am that. And I am, it's like a confirmation from God that this is who you are, because whatever we put I am with, we become that, right? If I I'm gonna give you an example. I used to be very shy, and it was impossible for me to speak to strangers, and especially like on the camera. I'm gonna speak about it a little bit more tomorrow. I'm gonna share you my story, about my vision, my dream, because that's the topic of tomorrow. But I used to. Okay, I found a video a few weeks ago of me speaking in front of the camera a few years back. I may share it somewhere because it's wonderful to see how I have improved. And at that time, I did not consider myself a good speaker at all. And I used to say, and let's say, it was just constant. And when I listen to myself now, it's so cute, and I have so much love and compassion for myself, that I've persisted to get me here. And I know there is still such a long way to go, but yes, I'm on the way. It's not about the destination, it's about enjoying the journey. And that time I did not believe that I was able to speak, that anybody would listen to me. And because I didn't believe that, I did not put myself out there, right? And I could not have millions of people listening to me if I was not even speaking, and if I did not believe I was good, and if I did speak thinking that I'm rubbish at speaking, you could feel it. Now, hopefully, you can feel my confidence. Obviously, each one of you will perceive me differently, but you can feel. Maybe tell me what you feel, how you feel from how I'm sharing, what I'm speaking, my energy. But hopefully, you can feel my confidence in my message. Hopefully, you can feel my alignment with the message and with the intuition that I'm channeling. Hopefully you can feel my genuinity, vulnerability, my heart, my open heart, no walls, remember from yesterday. And I had to become that internally for now to have my external life changed. If I have not become that internally, my external life would not be recording videos on YouTube or doing anything in front of camera. First, it had to be there. I am that. And I am, it's got confirmation. Okay, your wish is my command, right? Whatever you wish. Now we will be working with a breath. We will do 2 rounds of 108 times. That's why I put my mala beads, because I started using mala for this actually, which is not necessary, and he is just like my little twist on it. And we will be speaking out loud. The first round we will be speaking on the exhale, I am that, anchoring it in the body. But well, we're not going to use that. I am the light of the creator. That's what we will be speaking. I am the light of the creator. And on the inhale, we're going to say, I am. So we're going to speak out loud, but obviously we can't speak with the same tone of voice on the exhale and inhale. So it will look like this. I am that. I am that. Or I am the light of the creator. I am the light of the creator. I'm going to probably speak a little bit faster and try to follow me. If you prefer to do it slower, or you won't do it 108 times, it's absolutely fine. This is not the rule, it's just how I like to do it now. And we will notice how it shifts our energy when we claim within our consciousness that we are the light of the Creator. Because if we believe we are darkness, if we believe we are unconscious, if we believe we are unworthy, what are we creating in the world? If I feel like I'm unworthy and I'm bad, do you think this video, like, I will be able to produce good videos with inspiring content that change people's lives? No, I would probably judge and resent, and I don't know what I would be doing, but I would be doing completely different things based on my belief about myself, about the world, about God. And only my perception and my connection with this allows me to then express it outwardly. So, one round, I am that, I am the light of the Creator. I am receiving what we are anchoring, what we are commanding, just receiving with the inhale, allowing effortless receiving. And we're going to have a little break or contemplation, and then we're going to reverse the mantra with the breath. So we will speak on the inhale, I am that, or I am the light of the Creator. And on the exhale, I am. And with this, how I like to do it, I imagine that I am the light of the Creator on the inhale. I'm drawing the energy out, which I've already claimed. So I anchored, I received it from within. Now I'm drawing it with my inhale. And on the exhale, when I say I am, I send it out into the world. So first, I acknowledge that this is who I am. And now, because this is who I am, now I allow the world to see who I am, and I share myself freely. I give myself, I serve from the core of my being into the world, into the universe, outwardly. And we're going to have a little contemplation as well after that. I will just tune in to check if I want to add anything else before we start. Okay, I would like to add that whatever you are, whatever you claim yourself to be, will change the outside world, and we will have an effect, whether you believe it or not, whether you see it or not. As I gave you my examples about my beliefs, but when we come back to yesterday's meditation, remember when you were connected to this light and cultivated the light within you? I ask you to look at the situation in your life that may seem challenging, and notice that if you manage to stay connected to the life, if it did not take you out of there into the trigger, into the emotion, notice that the situation seemed different. And my favorite quote is, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So if you start to see your life from a different point of view or different place within you, which is connected to truth, love, God, light, the things will start suddenly becoming light too. Because on a grand level, we are everything. We are oneness. But if we feel we don't have something in our life, whether it is something physical or certain quality, it means that we feel separation from the wholeness, and we forgot. that thing is still in the unconscious. We have not rekindled it within our consciousness. But by claiming it, suddenly we start to create it within our inner world, rather than projecting the lack of it into the lack of it in physical reality, which creates more lack of it. Despite the lack of evidence, we start to create it in our world, inside the real world, which is within ourselves. Then with time, sooner or later, depending on your focus, you will start seeing the results of that. I hope this is clear, and I would really love for you to ask questions if you need some clarification, if this arises, no, if this makes other questions arise, or perhaps if you don't agree with me, share it with me. There is no shame in not agreeing or not understanding. I would love to be as transparent as I am, and your questions and your shares may draw more wisdom from this infinite well of knowledge to be shared for others, so your share can serve the whole. So it's very, very welcome. Now we're going to start. So I'm going to have a sip of water. You find your comfortable sitting position. Again, we are sitting today. And I just want to say, actually, before we start, the water reminded me that whatever we will be doing, we are saying it from the point of I am. If we saying it from identifying with that lack, it may be difficult for us to rise up. So we step out. That's why I like to do those 3 breaths that we've done yesterday as well. We stay connected to our I am presence. And from I am presence, we're remembering that, okay, we are wholeness. We've picked to experience lack of something in our life, which showed us that now we want something else, because lack always shows us the other side. We don't know what we want unless we experience what we don't want, right? Like 2 opposites. And now we can pick, rather than stay in the lack, we can choose from the I am presence. I want to experience this and that. And the ultimate desire that we all have is connection to that light of the Creator, to God, to our power to create our world, to create our life, and to remember that more is who we are. So we are meant for more because we are more. And if we are in lack, we can say to ourselves we are meant for more, and nothing keeps changing, because we are just rekindling that inner wisdom without actually coming out of the lack of that frequency. So to shift, we will go through this meditation today, and hopefully you will fall in love with it as I did. Close your eyes. Maybe relax your body, move a little bit, wiggle your head, your hands, your feet. Roll your arms up, back and down a few times. You can make sound, maybe on the exhale. Notice where your weight is, left side or right side. Maybe sway a little until you find balance, you find center, you find your core. And sway front and back, and also notice where your center is and stop after a moment. Straighten your spine, elongate your neck, your head up, and root your sit bones down. Now let's exhale. Inhale through the nose with me. Hold. And on the exhale, say internally, I am here, sending this energy down through your heart, your pelvis, your legs, into your feet. And notice that the one that you call you, that you call I, is here, anchored in your body in day 2 of Meant for More experience with me in this meditation, in the space you are in the city, country, this planet, this universe, anchored here and now. Now let's take another breath in, breathing our essence. Hold. And on the exhale, when you say, I am here, sending the energy down, notice that this I am here is God's voice speaking to you, whispering, I am here. I am here in every breath you take, in every action, every sound, every moment. There's nowhere I am not, and I am always here with you, for you. Maybe you can already accept it, or if your mind is fighting this, you can ask yourself, what if it is true? What if God is really always here? What if it could be true? And now let's take another inhale. Hold. And exhale, saying I am here, sending the energy down into your feet, noticing that I am here is your voice and God's voice at the same time. That you are speaking and God is speaking. That you are listening and God is listening. You say, I am here. God acknowledges your presence. And God also says, I am here. So you can acknowledge His presence. And you become one with God you realize that you always were and you always will be. You just temporarily forgot for a fracture of a second, comparing to the whole lifetime of this universe, multiverse, beyond time. And from this space, we are going to repeat 108 times, I am the light of the Creator. I am the light of the Creator on the exhale, and on the inhale, I am. So we're going to take one inhale and exhale all together. Inhale with me. Let it out. Inhale. I am the light of the Creator. 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 Notice what this practice is doing to your body, any sensations. Notice the light that you decree within yourself, the light of the Creator, and what it means for you. Meant for more as the light of the Creator. Being already that, not looking for it anywhere externally, but allowing yourself to awaken it from within, to be the creator of whatever you desire, because you are the light of the Creator. And now, as you feel this light of the Creator within you, we're going to turn it around, and with inhale, we're going to say, I am the light of the Creator. And on the exhale, I am. The exhale may be slightly longer because there will be a lot of air in that we will be breathing. And with each inhale, when you speak, I am the light of the Creator, you draw that light from within you. And with each I am, imagine that you are shining that light into the world as rays of the sun. And sometimes I just like to be in this frequency of the sun and sending the I am outside, my light, out into the world, into infinity. Sometimes I like to see certain people, certain faces, certain places, situation, even animals, plants, Mother Earth. And with each, when I inhale, I am the light of the Creator. I draw this light from within. And when I say I am, I send that light out into, let's say, my dad, my mom that is no longer in this world, to my neighbor, to a postman, to a tree, to Mother Earth, to the hospital, to the shopping center, to the gym, like whatever it is, to you, to my YouTube followers, to my social media followers. It's a beautiful practice. So feel free to experiment with it and notice what makes you feel more joyous, Perhaps you can send it sometimes to certain people, places, and sometimes you can just radiate it out into the world. And yeah, experiment with whatever feels right at any given moment. So let's take centering breath together, in and out. Inhale. Exhale. I am the light of the Creator. 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 I am the light of the I am the light of the Creator. 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 I am. Notice how this practice makes you feel. What has shifted? What awakened? Any subtle shifts or any great shifts? Scan your body. Notice your breath. Notice the light of the Creator that is within you. And notice that first step is to remember and acknowledge that you are meant for more. Then the second step is to become more, become all that you already are. You just don't know it. And then the third step is to share it with the others, with the world. Radiate it. You're not giving anything, being left without nothing. You are giving which you are. Therefore, you cannot be in lack because you generate it from within. And secondly, if everyone is you and everyone is the light of the Creator, everyone is one, then you are giving to yourself. Whatever you're giving to whoever you are giving it to yourself. And this is what it means to become that which you want to be. And ultimately, we all want to come back to living in remembrance, to remembering that we are light, we are love, we are God, we are one. And we can still do that having a body and being a human. But we are doing it from that place within us that is our innermost truth, the essence, the vessel where light can pour in. When we don't resist it, the life can flow, the light can flow, because light is life and life is light. And then it can flow to everything and everyone we place our awareness on. But the moment we disconnect from this light is the moment we resist it and we go into experiencing life from a different place, from place of the mind, the ego, the masks that we were identifying with them. And it's okay, and it's not to be embarrassed or shamed about, because we all do that. It's about noticing that anytime we remember, we can go back to the light. When we notice that we have not been in the light, that we have been separate. Let's not dwell on that. Let's not prolong that darkness. Let's not stay in that just judging ourselves, because this is still separation. Only when we acknowledge it, like, I forgot, let me come back. And you come back and you can look at this situation with love and compassion, because now you are in the light. You cannot have any judgments when you are in the light. But when you have any judgments, you know you are not in the light, so come back. And you catch yourself and you come back again. And you catch yourself and come back again. And this is a beautiful dance of life. Until perhaps one day you train yourself more and more and you stay in the light. At the beginning, it will pull you out very frequently, but then you may be able to stay for minutes, hours, days, maybe even years, till the end of your human existence here, being in the light. And this is my wish for you. And this is ultimately your soul's wish for you, and everyone's soul's wish. Because this is who we are. More. Everything. And everything comes from nothing, from the darkness. We arise from the darkness and we become light and shine the light on everything that is dark. To unite. To become the light of the Creator. Acknowledge how you are feeling. Acknowledge this energy within your body. Maybe start moving gently, breathing deeper. Take a deep breath with me. Audible exhale. And very gently, slowly, remember that before you open the eyes, you are anchored in this frequency. So when you open the eyes, the world will be different and you will not be pulled out of this state by what you see, but you will actually influence what you see by the state from which you're looking at the world. Okay, whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much for being here. I am here. Gergana, lovely to see you, Gergana. I'm very glad that you have joined. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow we are speaking about embodied living, and I will speak more on desires, and I'll share with you my story as well. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow and diving deeper. Contemplate, stay with this frequency, connect to it. Use this mantra within your mind or out loud if you want, but even within your mind when you walk, when you do things, when you wash your dishes, when you have a shower, and notice how it influences everything that is happening around you. Thank you, and see you tomorrow. Bye.